Hey guys, I just played a handicap game that I thought had some interesting things. So we're going to take a look. I'm white, it's 3 stones. Black is 3 key. Of course, white has a great many choices here. But first, let's pause here and see that the Joseki white chose fits into black's plans perfectly. Uh, all the black stones are perfectly placed. I kind of enjoy playing that way. And then I get to try to find, how do you get in there, that kind of thing. Now, let's look at this black move. I have two choices. This one, which is kind of nice to the outside, good shape, reaching out, but then this becomes sente. And that's an even more powerful move. So black asks, and I say, yeah, I'll behave myself. Next, any black move on the bottom left. Anything black does down here, the left is getting kind of scary. So it's natural to approach this side rather than another. We've looked at why we don't play this. Let's review it a little bit here. Let's look at standard stuff. And black plays away. Okay. Later, when I cut, notice the difference between this shape, which is a real tiger's mouth. It's got a name. Tiger's mouth is good. Versus if it had been in the other spot. Well, if it had been in the other spot, that's bad shape. I can hit the vital point right away. And let's look at it the ugly way. We can see this black group is really lacking. So that's one reason. The other reason is, what if black plays this way, the fight? Oops, sorry. Black, white. Black has to come under to survive. Cut. He'll live in the corner. Okay, this fight, which black can choose anytime he wants, versus, let's put the D6 stone over at C6. This gives those 3 white stones a lot more room. So the fight's better for black if he's up here, and the shape's better for black if he's up here. Because of all that, it's generally speaking just not a good idea. Now we know this Joseki's no good anymore. First, because black can build a wall anytime he wants. That could really be useful. And secondly, when black approaches, white doesn't want to respond, but there's a whole lot of Aji there that black can use at any way he wants. There's lots of choices. So then what? Well, I don't like this one in any early stage. Black's thickness to the left is outstanding. His thickness to the bottom, outstanding. This is a loss for white. Even though white got the corner and black didn't, still a loss for white. So what do we do? Well, we can play it this way. Let's just put it like this as a standard way. Now when we come in, the wall facing the bottom is less useful because we already have 2 stones there. But he still gets the wall on the left. So the answer is here. Let's follow the same sort of Joseki. Well, now the wall isn't nearly as good because we can break through. Lots of variation to look at, but it's much harder for black to make a wall. Also, the Aji's less because we can fight back because we have an extra stone there. Okay. So I've been playing this white move now for a short time. Let's say 3 months, could be 4 months, something like that, short period of time. Really enjoying it. One reason I enjoy it is this black move is lacking. Let's remove that exchange. Okay, now black to play. Here, really, kind of looks over concentrated. So I kind of don't mind if black plays there. I can even see that black group as a weakness later. Black is supposed to play here, B9. The outside, very efficient. If white continues here, it's Gote. So a nice, secure, strong black shape. Here, it's like, well, where does he play next? Here, well, that's over concentrated. There's things he can do. I'm not saying it's bad for black, but white's not particularly unhappy. The push and cut. The first time I saw this, I assumed black was making a mistake, but a pro says, no, it's fine. So what I did the last time I faced this and what I was about to do, and I don't like it. Let's just look at it this way. Black's life is far more secure now on the left. Invading the left is now more difficult because black is so thick and strong here. And you'll probably play this way anyway. So I don't like that one bit. So I started reading out, well, what happens here? Well, the ladder doesn't work for black. And I can play this anytime I want for a life, so I'm not in jeopardy. And he's left with a cut at A. Oh, so this is reasonable for white. Okay, come on out. He comes out. Okay, we start a fight. How does white fight? Well, white's about to die, so white has to do something. I don't know why, but my first thought is here. But notice that's excellent for black on the left. That's where black's territory is. The cut's gone in any significant way. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. What about this way? Sente, and I'm getting liberties. I like it. Okay. So I went this way. Now what? Well, those three cutting stones, I call them three because the ace stone in particular doesn't count in this shape. It's still the same shape, which is the three stones, three in a row. And the proverb says three in a row is not enough. And he's got the E7 stone, so it's actually two in a row. He can hane the head of two stones. I mean, it's a bad shape. So I go ahead. Now he's only two in a row. Okay. Now I am at three in a row. Hopefully you understand. Let's take that black move off. Now it's four in a row. Nice, strong, nets work, all this great stuff. But when we put that hane back, oh, three in a row. Not enough. He'll be able to, it's an easy catching white there. So I make it four. He's only three in a row because the liberty. So he comes out. Okay. I got four in a row facing the center. I'm doing well. He's facing the bottom, and I can disturb that in one move. So it's like, I prefer white, sort of. There's some equity here. Okay. I figure time to live. And then corner first, side second, which bothers black a lot on the bottom because his group is, I'm taking away his eyes and territory. Corner, really. One would think of some sort of connection here. He comes in. Okay, I'll push once. Really? At first, I thought this was a stupid mistake. So I break him. Then I realized, well, when he captures, he's got absolute life. Now it's horribly small and everything, but I thought I'd be able to fight there. Still, his A group, that group, is now officially weak. So I've broken through for territory, give him a weak group, and as long as I keep my group settled, it's in my favor. Okay. Connect. So a lot of ways of connecting, but I connected so that my next move is Atari kill on the A group, right? I used up a liberty. Let's take a look at, see the awkward shape here? Well, if things were different and that was important, well, then I'd be fixing this way. So it always depends on context. You know, I didn't learn that till I was 5 done, that how you save a cut is extremely important. I remember being so happy that I'd say, okay, I need to fix the cut. And there's 4 ways to do it. I go through each one, which one fits the situation. The idea that I could figure that out made me so happy. It was funny. Okay, come on through. Okay, now what? Well, one certainly thinks of coming out, just, get some eyes, get some space, bother black. Sounds good. But I didn't like this. I have no options here hardly. This felt bad. And I realized if I push and he ignores, I'm coming into the big area pretty much in Sente because it hurts his A group so much. So this is, dare I say, Sente. Okay, he comes down, and now my Hane is only helps him. So enough done there. Back to the main thing. Yep. And now we have to read out if he can cut. Now I haven't double checked this, so I could have been wrong. Let's check it out. I play my move. He boom, 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 boom. Double Atari. He can, it's not Atari, but it doesn't work anyway. I can just ignore or capture or whatever. Okay. Then what about this one? I read this out, I don't know, 5, 6 times. I never felt all the way confident because there's a shortage of liberties, but let's check it out. Atari, capture, bunch of Ataris, fill, co. Let's check out co-threat, come back, Atari, save, kill. Okay, so I had enough liberties. That's what I thought I did, but I'd never actually taken it to completion. So I'm glad I was right. Okay, so I get out to safety. Turn, makes sense. Get out. Now I left this move for him. Perhaps it's better if I jump out further and don't leave that move. On the other hand, I liked being close to this black group to bother it. At the moment, I would still play this move, but my confidence isn't high. He does that, I need to save my cut. I do it this way because the left side, there's a lot of aji there. And we just said that. There's a lot of ways of saving this cut. That's a lot of ways. It's easy to imagine that H is the best move. I'm getting out. I mean, wow, I'm out of safety. I'm out of danger now. If I had a bunch of stones over here, then maybe this one's best because it'd be using up liberties and the most aggressive attack. So it depends on context. In this context, I chose G because I like bothering this group on the left. Yeah. It's a lot of ways of fixing this cut, isn't there? And we've been talking about this 3 in a row. I fix this way. He has a 3 in a row shape. That's bad shape. He threatens the cut. I say, I don't care. I'm coming after your group. He says, I don't care. I'm going to surround you. Tsuji. My wife says, Tsuji. She's in the background making fun of me. Sorry. And then fix. So I just got this great thickness in my mind facing the A group. And of course his cut at B is like, oh, something could happen there. So I'm feeling pretty good about the position there. He does a fix. Okay. We all know. Time to defend the A group. Oh, but he can't surround me. No, that's true, but he can start chasing, pressing. That's where he's going to get the free points. So we're thinking of a move like A. Sorry, that's B. Yeah, but remember that C group being awkward? So I did a small amount of reading. And this big area, his cut, real dangerous if he does it. Returns. Okay. Remember that problem at A? It's all working together. Yeah. So here, this interesting shape idea here. If I come down, what have I accomplished? Well, I guess I can get this in Sente. I haven't got any eyes. I don't see myself attacking a group here. I've actually made black stronger. So I don't like this direction. So I went, so he went here. He saved the cut. Okay. So back to here. I save. It represents a whole bunch of cuts and some Sente coming. He connects. I don't capture. How come? Once again, I didn't accomplish anything other than a couple in-game points. So it's hard. Sorry. Well, saving here is very questionable. Now I have 2 weak groups, right? I could get in some serious trouble here. He's in trouble too. This is pretty risky. So capture, Atari. No need to do this Atari. It doesn't accomplish anything. So save. So now what's the result? Well, first, Black played a whole lot of stones in the A and B areas. I mean, he's got a 5 clump next to a 5 clump. He can connect under. He has eyes. I mean, he's way over concentrated. Well, I made a very efficient, thick shape, which nets his cutting stone facing the outside. So now his C group is a real target. This is a wonderful exchange for white. And I think to me, this was particularly interesting because how would a Q player find this sequence? And it's all about little 1 and 2 move readouts. 1 move readout, you know that's a clump, and black can just save. What did I really do? So here, and I guess in your head you have, so that's a 2 move readout. White, black. I accomplished nothing. I helped black. Okay, so white, black. 2 move readout. White, black. Oh my God, I accomplished nothing. Right? A habit of just 1 and 2 move readouts. And you take a look at the result. Now, I want to remind that the 2 kinds of reading. I'm reading out a life and death problem on the board, so I must read it to conclusion accurately. That's one kind of reading. I hate that kind of reading. The other kind of reading, 2, 3 moves, and get a look at the position in your head. What's it look like? Good, bad, comfortable, uncomfortable? Starting a fighting sequence. You can't read that out. Professionals can't read it out. Well, start in, and it's like, if you're like, well, I think I can fight. I think I can fight. Totally in black's favor, but maybe I can succeed. Why bother reading it out? It's a weak path. Go find another path. Oh, this one looks really hard for him. Oh, good path. So anyway, so if you just think about the reading, this all works out. Black comes up. Here, I really want to play away and do whatever. The problem is, what here? It's a one-eyed group struggling. I've struggled with this concept a lot over the years. And just within this year, I had a certain lesson with a pro that was very helpful. And his quote was, play from your weak group. Now, as obvious as that is, it's like, I can get a free move here. Absolutely free. It's huge. But it just gives black control and sente, and so play from the weak group. Get your group settled. Get it settled. Play from the weak group. Now, this black is sente. It's a wonderful turn, thick to the right, So we can't let that happen. Okay. Are we concerned about the cut? No, I don't think so. No problem. Okay. Then what? Well, his A group. This is what we're after. This is the point of this fight. Then cut. We can fight here. Okay. Boom. Yep. Boom. Here, I don't like going in this direction because his weak group just got so strong. I don't like going in this direction because to get 4 in a row, I have to go this far. His weak group got too much help. So, honey. All right, yep. Oh, he wants a real fight. Okay. Get some liberties. Kill that cutting stone. Ooh, that's a nice kill. It's a ladder in my favor. I only had to read out the ladder once, but I used my finger, so. Okay. Turns, capture. It's a lot of ways of saving this cut, right? That's funny that we've talked about that and there's been so many examples. Oops, that may not have been the best choice. He gets his weak group out. Just capture. Comes out on a, oh, look at that weak group. Isn't that nice? I like that. I thought about this double honey. He says double Atari. Aha, I have you now. Double Atari. Atari, capture, capture. Way in Black's favor. He got his weak group out. So Atari first tests the waters. Don't give him the double Atari. Ah, now I get it in Syntech. Okay. Now he needs a second eye. There it is. A little bit of reading. Can he cut me on the bottom? The cut I'm actually worried about is this one. So I start by threatening his second eye and then some reading. And boom, boom. No cut. Okay. So I can play away. Play away to where? I guess I gave that away already. But his A group absolutely surrounded. Now, we usually say the 3-3 is somewhat open, but his B stone saves that cut that gives us life in the corner. So not so easy. Okay, I do not want anything normal here. His corner's huge and alive. No way. I need to punish him. So I'm thinking, well, what if I switch to that move? Well, still, he gets secure life. Okay, I don't want that one. How about I just come in? Well, he's either going to live or or something. Too easy, right? He's getting life on the outside easily. Okay. So I thought, well, what about that one? That's the next normal move. Or you can just choose the corner. Okay. What about the last one? Ah, usually we play this way. I don't like it. Oh, and we're told, oh, white never goes this way. I thought, why not this time? I'm super thick on the outside. If he plays this way, there's a cut there. Well, that makes sense. Well, what if he plays this way? Well, then we have these cute little tricks. So that's how I decided this. I had to read out every one. Now, I don't know. Let's see, we're on move 133. Okay. How'd that happen? Seems impossible. What? Oh, is this the KGS bug? Why am I getting all black stones? Oh, because it's a handicap. That's why. Okay. Just a second, just a second, just a second. Black, white. Okay. I'm not sure what people are used to nowadays. Given some board position that we don't see, it's on some hypothetical board, black to play in the upper right corner. Black's job in his head is to say, do I like this Joseki? Black, white, black, white. How's it look? Right? So now that move's not down yet. So in your head, you're thinking black, white, black, white. How do I feel about this? Good, bad, equal? You have to see it in your head, right? How does that fit with the other stones on the board? You're like, well, it's okay. Well, what about this one? And I get Sente. And you write two move readout. How's it look? So here we are with some of these are 2 and 3 move readouts, some are 4 or 5 move readouts, but we all tend to be familiar with Joseki. Then you look at that one. How's that look? Then you say, well, I've got this wall over here, and none of the Josekis I'm looking at make much sense. Ah, how about the pinch? That's starting to make sense. So you go through the Josekis, right? Okay. So here we are on. Okay, hon. We were on 88. No. Was it 108? I can't remember these. 133? Yeah. So here we are. Same thing, right? A, B, C, D. I looked at all these. How can you do that? Oh, how can you do so much reading? It's Joseki with small variations. So you go, whoop, whoop, whoop. Each one's pretty quick because you've seen it. Well, how many times have I seen A? Oh, 100,000? I don't know. How many times have I seen D? 100,000. How many times have I seen B? 50,000. So it's like the things you're familiar with, you can go through quickly. Now, you've all seen this, and it's really silly, but it's shows the point so well. When we ask, can white escape? Everyone says, of course not. And the response is, you can read out 40 moves? Wow, white, black, white, black. Oh man, you're so good. 40 moves accurately. Well, it's simple and I'm incredibly familiar with it, right? And it's like, oh, can you read this one out? Oh, that's harder. Yeah, but it's something you're familiar with. Okay. 130. There we are. So that's how I chose this path. Okay, lot of words. I did some reading here because why can't live, right? So I did some reading, and he can't kill the cutting stone. Good time to cut. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm pretty much thinking I can't live. I don't think I can live. I mean, this kind of looks like life, but maybe it's life. I didn't want to read it out. It was going to depress me. So I cut. Let's start with the cut, see what happens. Boom. Okay. Start surrounding. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Now I have the L+1. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, you're not going over the L+1 again. This is so boring. But some people don't know the basic L shape. It looks like the letter L. And it's dead regardless of who plays first. But the L+1, and they call it a leg. Thank you, James. Come on, what's his name? Oh, come on. It used to be the name in Go books. James, oh, I can't remember. L+1 leg. If white plays first, he lives. And then we're here, so we're going to look at the L+2. L+2 legs. Lives unconditionally because if black plays first, it's the L+1, which lives if white plays first. So it just lives. Okay. Enough said. So I get the L+1, but I have time to play here first, because if I can save my cutting stones, that's awesome. Boom, boom. Sente, I have a lot of liberties. He has 1, 2, 5. And then live. Now, maybe I could do more. Maybe I could press one more time. I don't know. I don't care. He can't kill my cutting stone, and I'm alive. Okay. And connect everything up. I killed him. Now, I'm not sure I killed him, because is this Sente or is this not Sente? Now, on first impression, of course Black's dead. Like, well, really? What, is there some trick here, right? Does P1 affect the corner? I wasn't prepared to draw a conclusion. Instead, I'm thinking that black group looks terrible, and I betcha it's dead. The moment you say, I've killed it, when you're not sure, gotta tell you, it's going to be a problem. Okay. He comes out, no problem. I see I can elephant eye thing, so why not? Yeah, no problem. Yep, Atari, boom. Really? That's stupid, sorry. Not even Sente. I come out. This whole time, I've been a little concerned about the cut. But Atari, I mean, it's dead. But what about, he plays here? Well, it's still dead, but it's tricky enough that I've just been concerned. It's very hard during a game to come to concrete conclusions. I mean, really, it's like I know it doesn't work. Well, on simple things, sure. But the more complex they get, the more guesswork. It's like I'm 95% sure, I'm 80% sure, 60%. The stronger you get, all of a sudden you're like, you know, this fight's in my favor by 1%. That might sound funny, but you can tell. It's like, oh, I'm going to pick a fight. It's better for me. Okay. Boom, boom, I get out. He comes here. Yeah, no problem. Yep, I'm happy to do this. Thank you. Sorry, capture. Okay. Going to the, oh, big. Then the cut. See the 2 weak black groups? I thought, well, that's interesting. And the reason I ended up going with it, because he has a 3-in-a-row shape, which we've seen how many times this game. Now it's a ko, but that's a bad shape. So I went with it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Really? Thank you. Happy to capture them. Delighted. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, that's stupid. Okay, check this out. A is stupid. On the other hand, it might make B Sente. It might start bringing problems. How big is A? Doesn't create a point. It removes how many? 2, 3? I don't know. Something minuscule. Well, if his move is minuscule, even if this black-white exchange lost white 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, I've just gone from 75% confidence to 100% confidence. At the cost of 3 points, do it every time, unless it's, now, if I'm playing an even game against a 7-dan, I got to tell you, I'm focusing more, tightening up the percentages. Everything's different. But here I'm ahead. There's no problems. Okay. I have such fond memories of playing with 7 dans, 8 dans, professionals, tournaments, and it's like the pressure is so intense. Every move, something else. And he resigns here because there's just nothing to do. Okay, guys, hope it was helpful. Catch y'all later.